Hey everybody, I'm Graham Bremner. I'm a technical program manager at Amazon, and I work with the Amazon Music team, and the work I do focuses on the Alexa utterances for Amazon Music. So when you ask Alexa to play music, that's my team that does the work that makes all that happen in the background. So I've been at Amazon for about 5.5 years now. As a technical program manager, what I do is I do a lot of coordination for our teams for delivering projects to deliver features to our customers. So I work with our product managers. They're the ones who come up with the ideas for what we should build and why it's a good thing to build for our customers. And then I worked with our software development teams, which are the managers and the engineers that actually write the code for this. And I work with managing project milestones and risks and working across teams. And when our team needs help from the Alexa team or other teams across Amazon, I coordinate a lot of those things. So it's a really challenging and interesting job. I get to do a lot of people work. I'll manage a lot of relationships and just make sure that things go well. And then when what is very common in software development is things don't always go well or don't go as well as you planned, it's my job to get them back on track and make sure that we actually deliver things. So that's where I am now and how I got here. I started almost 30 years ago doing software development. I was in college. I was going for my psychology degree, and I started working part-time doing quality assurance at a small software company. And I found out that I really liked it. I really enjoyed the software space. I enjoyed working there doing the testing. I got exposed to some programming there. I decided to get a minor in computer science before I finished my college time. And then I stayed in the software industry. And it's been a great ride. I've had a few different roles in different types of and sizes of companies. Like I did educational software is where I started. After that, I moved to work for a law firm where I was there for about a decade, building a custom software package for them, which was interesting to learn about a different space. I did work on e-commerce websites. This was before Amazon was as big as it is now, so more companies had their own websites to sell their consumers goods. And then about 10 years ago, I moved out to the Seattle area from the East Coast, where to join a small startup that was doing a creative photo sharing application, which was, again, a great experience. And then I moved on to Amazon about 5.5 years ago. Across my career, I've gotten to do a set of different roles. I started in quality assurance, which is testing and making sure things work the way they're supposed to. I've done a large amount of programming where I was coding in a bunch of different languages. I've had experience in Java and C# and ActionScript and a whole slew of older programming languages. Currently, I don't do much of any coding. Occasionally, I do look at a little bit of code, but I'm not the one responsible for writing it these days. So yeah, I've had a lot of really great opportunities to grow my career, experience new industries and new companies, work across companies that are as small as, a dozen people at times, and then Amazon is huge at the moment. So I've had a lot of really great different experiences. So yeah, so I really enjoy the things that I've done. Let's see, what else is good about my journey. I've had a lot of opportunities that I've been able to take advantage of. So that's just a great thing to keep in mind. I had a part-time job as a software tester, learned that I really liked it. So it's great to take these opportunities when they're offered to you to learn about things and figure out how much you like them and if you want to keep doing them. I also try to balance my personal life and my work life. So work is always really demanding. I've got 2 kids. I love my family. I love the other things I do. I'm also really passionate about music, which is great. I play guitar and sing. I've got my own kind of band thing I'm trying to get going, which is fun. So I also encourage keeping a balance, and having multiple interests helps keep life interesting. So, hand off to TJ.
Thanks, Graham. Sorry, I was distracted by the people behind me. Hopefully, there's some construction workers back there. Hopefully, they don't start sawing really soon. So I'm going to get going here. So my name is TJ Perillo. I'm Alex's dad. I see some of his friends in here. Hi, guys. So I've been. I'm sorry. I'm a game designer. I've been making video games for 22 years now. I've made games for Lord of the Rings, Vampire the Masquerade, and the Halo series, which I'm sure some of you are familiar with, as well as others. And in my work, I spend a lot of time crafting the experience you have when you pick up the controller. That's what a game designer does. Is make things fun and feel good. I arrange things and I pace them out so that you're challenged, but not overwhelmed, and so that you can succeed with effort and have fun and have a rewarding experience. I also use story, characters, and world building to kind of create the universe that you're playing in, to draw you in and make you care, make you feel invested in the experience. And the way that looks is, you know, in a typical day, I'll get together with my coworkers, everybody's working on the game, and we'll play the game. We'll do some play tests, and we'll get together and talk about it, get feedback, and decide on what changes we want to make the game more fun, more rewarding, quicker, whatever the issue is. We get together and we quickly come up with a plan, and we get to work. And so this can be anything from tuning player movement or combat metrics to implementing new game rules, or like adding a new vehicle or a new enemy type. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy working with the artists who make the cool characters and the beautiful backdrops and the world, and as well as the engineers who make it all happen, and the audio people and musicians like Graham, who put music behind the thing, and sound effects and visual effects artists that really bring the game to life. We also spend a lot of time fixing things. Software, as Graham said, is there's frequently problems, and a lot of the times the problems are in the software itself, and it needs to be fixed. We call those things bugs, and sometimes we get some pretty interesting ones. Yesterday, in fact, we had a bug where this monster was kind of ragdolled, but still animating. So it looked like it was kind of like a stuffed animal on strings, kind of bouncing around. It was completely ridiculous. So they're not always that fun, but that was a pretty fun one. And it's fun to kind of get to the bottom of it. It's like a mystery, you know, you have to solve. So my job really fits with my personality. I really like to have people have fun, help people have fun. I like to throw parties. When I was your age, I like to pull pranks on my friends and like get a reaction out of them. And I kind of just like messing with people. So games are a fun way to do that. I think that about does it. Does anybody have any questions for Graham or I?
Remember to enter your question into the chat, and then I will make sure to ask the speakers. We do have a set of pre-made questions. What is one important skill every person should have?
Wow, that's a really great question.
Yeah, it's tough.
And a tough one. I'd say one of the most important things, and we talked about this in some of the other sessions, is it's people skills. It's how to relate to other people, and how to relate to other people, no matter how different or similar you are, right? So especially when you're at a job and in a professional setting, you all need to work together. It may not be someone that you want to go hang out and play with outside of work, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You have different opinions on lots of different things. It's finding the way that, hey, you can respect each other and everyone, and that you can work together to accomplish things if you're on a team that's trying to do that. So, you know, being able to work with people is really critical.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's probably the most important thing is just working well with others, and to go a step further, understanding other people's experience. You need to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, especially if you're anticipating what they're going to want, what they're going to react to, how they're going to have fun, what they find rewarding. You have to understand where that person is coming from. So getting to know other people and their life experiences will inform everything you do, regardless, I think, of what career you choose.
So along those lines, if somebody wanted to do your job, what is there a specific coding language they should learn right now, or a specific skill that they could be practicing and learning?
I think any coding language is great to start with, and TJ's got a few more specifics from a game perspective. But as the industry, as software development changes, as new hardware and new things come, that's going to change, right? So the most popular software languages from 20 years ago are not the same as what's most popular today. They have advances. You need different tools for working with different things, but a lot of the basic concepts are the same. So most common programming languages today are a great place to start. And I'll echo something TJ has said in other sessions is just pick something and build something, right? And it can be really fulfilling, and it can be simple. It's a good place to start, and it starts to get you the real feel for how things work, and it gets your mind turning about what you want to do. And that's an awesome way to get started, is to have something in your head and say, I want to make this happen, and then figure out what you need to make it happen.
Yeah, again, I totally agree. If you want specifics, I would say Lua and Python are a good place to start as far as like quote unquote real programming languages that are applicable directly to that you can use in making video games. But you can also just pick up the Unreal Engine, the Unity engine, or even just go into Roblox or Minecraft and just make something for somebody else to experience. Definitely the most important thing is just making things. And they don't even have to be complete. You don't have to have a whole, loading screen and, you don't even need to finish it. You just need a nugget of something fun that players or whoever you're presenting this to, get them excited about something. That's where you start. And you have a long time to actually finish a project. Right now, just get in, make something, hand it over to someone, and watch them have fun. I think that's the place you need to start.
You mentioned Unreal Engine. Is that a good one for beginners?
It's the most widely used game engine. So it's professional grade. And the benefit of that is that there's a million video tutorials that you can look at, and that are geared towards everything from beginners to advanced users. So it's well supported, but it's the real deal. That's what they made Fortnite with. So it's professional grade, that's for sure.
Here's two questions that might or might not be related to each other. What's the favorite part of your job? And do you put Easter eggs in your games?
Yeah, my favorite part is just, probably two parts: working together with my friends to make something cool, and then getting that cool thing into other people's hands and having them say, hey, this is cool. That's pretty great. And as far as Easter eggs, yeah, of course, I'm putting those Easter eggs in. Yeah, I have a long trail of Easter eggs over the past 20 years. So yeah, plenty.
I'll answer about the fun part from the work I do. No, we generally don't put Easter eggs in. Unfortunately, that is a fun thing to do. But I'll echo what TJ said. People, getting to work with people and having a good relationship with your coworkers makes it more fulfilling to go in each day. Really fun parts are, shipping things to customers and releasing something, seeing how customers use it, see that has a positive impact, that it improves the experience. So that's a great part of it. Working with people is awesome. But another aspect I just thought of is I work with people across a ton of different teams, and helping people grow their career and learn about things and encouraging them and helping people excel in their jobs is also really fulfilling also. And I enjoy that.
Do either of you play Dungeons and Dragons?
Not anymore. I used to a ton when I was younger. I actually tried it a couple times with my kids. And it was kind of fun, but there's so many other distractions these days. We just haven't really gotten back to it.
Yeah, I played Dungeons and Dragons a lot when I was probably starting in middle school and high school, and have on and off as an adult. And I got Alex some miniatures to paint, so maybe we'll get started with the campaign soon.
And when you're working on a project, is it short like a school paper? Is it like a school year? How long does a project usually take?
For video games, it takes 3 to 5 years typically for a game on the console or a PC. There's shorter ones, of course. If you go on Steam or download something, a lot of times those are quick projects. But if you want something big and AAA on the Xbox or the PlayStation, it's going to take your team a few years.
For my work, it varies quite a bit. We have some projects that are smaller, take a month or two to do. Some projects take half a year to a year. My role is technical program manager, and what it means by program is that it's kind of an ongoing series of things. So I've been in this role for 3.5 years, and we've been working on similar things. And it's for most of our thing, as we come up with a vision for what we want to deliver for the customer, we then try to break that down into phases and say, okay, the first part we'll deliver is this, and then we'll do the next part, and then we'll do the next part. And we're always reprioritizing and figuring out what's the most important and impactful thing to be doing for our customers. So we change a bit, but we usually try and get half a dozen, at least 6 or so decent sized projects a year delivered.
TJ, we have a lot of very specific questions for you about which Halos you work on, which company you work for, and how you create characters, vehicles, weapons, etc. for the games.
I worked on Halo 4, 5, and the upcoming Halo Infinite. Right now I work for Midwinter Entertainment on a game called Scavengers. And making characters, vehicles, weapons, so forth is always, you kind of start out with a little bit of a jam session. You get together with the people involved, the artist who is going to do the modeling, the texture artist, designer writers like myself, who provide the fictional context or the gameplay niche that this thing's going to fill. For example, a vehicle, you can have a big, heavy tank, or you can have a lightweight, hover bike, very different things. So you need to get the people who are involved with the physics of the thing, whole big team of people involved, whether it's a vehicle, character, whatever. And you just get together and see what people are excited about, and zero in on what it is you want to deliver for the players, and then get to work.
And Graham, I'm sure for you as well, TJ mentioned kind of different specialists that he works with. I'm sure there's a lot of different people that you work with on your team too.
Yeah, and the software industry's got a lot of, there are a lot of really interesting opportunities. A lot of them are rather math heavy. So there's kind of straight up development, which is more using Python or Java or things like that. There's also machine learning and artificial intelligence work, which is a lot heavier on the statistical and the math side. I get to work with some amazing people that do that kind of thing. So it's really interesting to work with the data scientists and applied scientists that know how to create these models, evaluate their performance, and have an impact on our customers. But we've got a set of UX, customer experience designers that are specialized in, how voice experiences should work. So similar to what TJ is saying, we've got, again, it's a group of people that come together to think through what we're trying to deliver it, how it can be most effective, and how we can build the best customer experience.
And I think that's time. It's 11:15. So I want to thank TJ and Graham for presenting today and sharing their experiences with us. And thank all of you who came and attended. And I hope everybody had a great career day. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay.